Mountain House for almost 10 years. Our loss, their gain, absolutely, and a wonderful move for Mimi. Excuse me, I'm still a little hoarse. Tonight, as Mimi returns to assist this evening and to be recognized, we want to take a moment to bid her farewell. Joining us to do so today are our newly sworn in County Supervisor Bob Elliott, our County Sheriff Steve Moore, and our former General Manager Paul Sensabaugh. If we may, Mr. Elliott, Supervisor Elliott, we'd like to begin with you.
Mimi, if you'll join me here. It's certainly a privilege and a pleasure for me to participate in this recognition ceremony tonight for Mimi Duzenski. It's wonderful to be able to recognize people for a job well done, and that's certainly what we're here to do tonight for you, Mimi. I know the people at Mountain House will be sad to see you go, but we will certainly welcome you there at the county building to take over as the new Secretary of the Board of Supervisors. So it's my pleasure to present you this certificate of recognition, and I think the best way to do that would be just to read it. It says, Board of Supervisors Certificate of Recognition presented to Mimi Duzenski. Congratulations on a job well done for your 10 years of outstanding service to the Mountain House residents, the governing board, and the Mountain House CSD staff. Your contributions have been greatly appreciated, and you will always be remembered for your integrity, hard work, and positive influence. Thank you for your dedication. Signed, Bob Elliott, 5th District, Member, Board of Supervisors, County of San Joaquin, State of California. Mimi, congratulations on a job well done, and best of luck to you in your new assignment.
Thank you, Supervisor Elliott, and this is a very pleasant surprise, and I do look forward to working with Supervisor Elliott in my new capacity. And I wanted to just show my gratitude to the board, the staff, and everybody who's in this room, because you have all left an indelible mark on my life, more than I think I have on yours. And in public service, that is one thing that you always hope to do well. The resources and the trust that has been given on you, you hope that you protect that, and that you always serve in the best interest of the public, and hope that we never forget that. And I have always been in very good hands. My bosses, the people that work with me, for me, above me, beside me, I've always felt supported, and I hope that that we continue that, and that we'll continue to support what is being done in Mountain House. One of the things that I have really been honored to share with everyone, again, in this room, is the honor of being involved in this project that started out as a project, but now it's a community. It's the people that bind this community together, and the staff and the board. It's all coming to fruition, and that is the most exciting thing to see. And although I won't have direct involvement in Mountain House, I hope that from afar I continue to hear very, very good things about Mountain House, and all the collaboration with the county and other our neighboring agencies, and to see again this come to fruition. And I just thank everyone here. Staff knows how I feel about them. I hope the board knows how I feel about each of you individually. We have worked very well together, and it's been an honor. District Council, the new interim general manager, you're in fine hands, and our former general manager, Paul Sensabaugh, who has been a wonderful mentor to me, and I've appreciated working with Paul for many years, and I appreciate all of you. I said I wouldn't get emotional, but it's hard to do.
Yeah, hang in there, Mimi. We have a little bit to go yet. Stay put.
Oh, so I shall stop now.
Yes, stay put. If we could have...
Thank you.
Sheriff Moore, if you would come to the podium, please.
Well, Mimi, thank you, and thank you, members of the board. We have a certificate of recognition for you. I'm sure that the good supervisor is much prettier than mine, because he kind of outranks me on that, but that's the way it should be. It just is a certificate of recognition. The San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office wishes to recognize Mimi Duzenski in appreciation for her many years of dedicated service to the citizens of Mountain House and the Mountain House Community Service District. Signed, Steve Moore, Sheriff Coroner, January 9th, 2013. While this is just a small token, and I get to present it as the sheriff, what I really want to tell you is we, the Sheriff's Office, appreciate working with you. You have been very instrumental in helping us, making sure we're advised of the meetings, making sure things are done on time, things are made available to us. You've been that coordinator to make sure that we deliver the best service that we can. So with that kind of a record here, I am truly looking forward to having you at the board as the new clerk of the board and being able to continue to work with you in the future. And I'm very confident that you'll be able to continue to serve Mountain House very well in your new capacity. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Sheriff Moore, and the Sheriff's Department staff has been very amazing to work with, and I'm very appreciative of each and every one of their staff as well. So thank you so much, Sheriff.
Thank you. In light of the short history that our interim general manager has with Ms. Duzenski, our former general manager who has a long history with Ms. Duzenski is here to make a presentation to her.
Thank you, President Farron. The ranking order is the beautiful certificate. The one was pretty nice from Sheriff and mine. So this is what you get. So, just talk very quickly, but talk a little bit about Mimi. Mimi surfaced from a pool of candidates to become the new district secretary position almost 10 years ago. Later, she also became the human resources director, the first office manager. In 2009, Mimi was selected by the first independent board of directors as the first secretary of the new independent district. In the past year, upon my retirement, the board had the confidence and wisdom to appoint Mimi to the interim general manager. She did justice to that title while concurrently maintaining all of her other duties and assignments. See, I'm reading. I wrote something down for once. Mimi has always been the go-to person in the MHCSD administration and became the binding glue that kept everything and everybody together in high-growth times and in more economically challenged times. Mimi accepted the challenge of heading up the Character First program that we instituted shortly after her hire. She personally embraces the attributes of positive character traits, which are those personal values that define what a person is and what they bring to society. While some people eat, sleep, and drink sports, hobbies, and other personal interests, Mimi shows the same passion for her beliefs, her family and friends, her work, and for life itself. Besides our regular, albeit a normal work hours, Mimi and I spend at least once a month perfecting board packages that would typically be finalized in the wee hours of the morning on a day of delivery. I think 3 a.m. was one of our records, or 4. When she looked troubled at her desk, I might ask, "What are you throwing up about?" That's an inside joke, you won't understand it. But she often responded that she wanted to consider those who might be in opposition to or not fully understand our recommendations and try to understand why. She always ran the fairness check. The dedication and trust that I witnessed with Mimi over the years kind of answers the question as to what do you do when no one is watching? And the answer, the same as if they were watching. That's Mimi. Mimi, I want to express my great debt of gratitude to you for your long, generous, and unselfish, devoted service to Mountain House. Your increasing friendship for nearly 10 years has been an encouragement and a source of strength for me, which I am sure that you never realized, but which I have constantly felt, and for which I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have unconsciously helped me meet one of my career goals, and that is to help improve the image of dedicated government employees. I wish they were all like you. The recollection of all those years of uninterrupted loyalty, and affection for your job, our mutual confidence, and my growing respect for you fill me with memories too deep for my pen to portray. I want you to know we will not find the right words to tell you how much I appreciate your friendship, your faith, and your positive character traits. History will record that you kept the public trust during your tenure here, and that legacy will soon follow you in your new position as clerk of the Board of Supervisors. Congratulations. Here's your certificate. All right.
I have to share a phone conversation when Mimi called me to let me know she was moving on. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry when you called me to tell me you were moving on. Mimi told me she had interviewed for a job, and right away I knew she was going to tell me, but I just can't leave Mountain House. Then she told me that she was offered the job, and I thought, okay, now she'll tell me, but I can't leave Mountain House. But then she told me, then they offered me the job, and I was thinking, boy, you took it really far to get to the point to tell me, but I couldn't take the job. I just can't leave Mountain House. But then it started sinking in. Mimi's leaving Mountain House. And a sadness came over me until I heard the words of where she was going, to the county to be the clerk of the board. And I asked her, when she told me that, I asked her to let me interrupt because I could tell she had it planned out how she was going to break the news to me. And I said, Mimi, please let me interrupt for a minute. Wherever this conversation ends, I want you to know that I have your back. Because with the type of person Mimi is, no matter how sad you are at the thought of losing her, you can't help but be happy for her good fortune. So our sorrow at the loss of a great employee is only a small shadow compared to the joy that we feel for you, Mimi, because this is a great opportunity. And when you told me that that's where you were going, I thought that's just the right place. So we're all very, very happy for you. As I started sharing the information with some of the residents in Mountain House that you would be leaving, they felt the same thing, how sad to lose you. But when I told them where you were going, they too shared my sentiment and that they were really, really happy for your career advancement. I'd like to congratulate not only you, Mimi, but Mr. Elliott for your gain. I'm confident that you will be very pleased with Mimi and being able to work with Mimi. Everyone here today, Mimi, in the audience, you were rightfully dubbed the heart of the MHCSD, without a doubt. The employees had that right, and I know the employees will miss you sorely, sorely, sorely. And they dubbed you right as the heart of the MHCSD, and today we have residents here to recognize you. We have the Heart of Mountain House here to recognize you and say thank you for your service, for a job well done. I had a lot written down, I didn't stick to it. As residents, Aiden, as residents of Mountain House, Aiden, as residents of Mountain House today, we'd like to present you with this bouquet of flowers as a small token of our appreciation from the residents. Oh, the card is at the dais, but. And on behalf of the board, I took it out of the plastic wrapper so we could have hands on. As a small token of appreciation, we'd like to present you with this plaque so that you can have that token and always be reminded of how much we appreciate you and how much you were appreciated in Mountain House. And it reads, "The Mountain House Community Services District Board of Directors proudly recognizes Mimi Duzenski for her dedicated and loyal service to the Mountain House residents, the governing board, the MHCSD staff. Mimi has excelled for nearly 10 years as Director of Human Resources, Office Manager, Interim General Manager, and Secretary of the Board. Mimi has exhibited exceptional and unequaled positive character traits, which permeated throughout the administrative offices. The MHCSD Board of Directors hereby proudly declares that Mimi Duzenski has earned the official designation as the heart of the Mountain House Community Services District. Thank you so much, Mimi.
No crying in baseball.
I have a lot to live up to. Thank you again for all these kind words, and I like to be behind the scenes, as most of you know, so this isn't difficult for me though, because this is heartfelt. I again wanted to go back to the fact that public service is the best job in the world. I had a crossroads a couple months back where, I think everybody comes to that point and you just want to realign yourself and make sure you're on the right path. And public service was on one hand and maybe, I don't know, another adventure. And I'm glad I stuck with public service. Again, it's the best job in the world. So again, I appreciate every one of you. I think I've come to know each of you by name, and I'm very appreciative, and I hope, and I know our paths will cross in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to keep this really short. President Barron has expressed a lot of the sentiments that I would echo, but just briefly, you are the epitome of professionalism. If we looked at the acronym CSD, for you that would be commitment, service, and dedication. You are truly professional, and you're going to be missed, but you're just right down the street. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Director Tingle. Thank you, Ms. Duzenski.